sometimes as a reporter you get to go to these places and understand the actual mechanics of how things work and where they come from. And it's not only fascinating, in the case of reporting on roses, it's really thrilling, it's beautiful. I was in Colombia in 2006 doing a series of stories, and it was before Valentine's Day, and so it was a perfect time to look at where do the roses come from. Well, Colombia is the largest producer of roses in the world. We went to a place called Flores, Tandil, just outside Bogota, where they grow 16 million roses a year. What's really interesting about the rose trade in Colombia is that, first of all, there is no better place to be a rose than that valley around Bogota. It's 8,000 feet above sea level. It's kind of like September in New York every month of the year. Because it's near the equator, there's constant sun, and because it's high, the nights are cool and humid, the days are warm but not too hot. Colombia produces a couple of 100 million roses a year, mostly for the American market. And what's interesting about the rose trade is that it really came out of the cocaine trade in Colombia, in this effort to find employment that would divert people from coca production in the 1970s and 80s. It didn't exist really prior to that. And it's become this juggernaut. There's this huge economic engine in Colombia, employing several 100,000 people. One of the things that I found fascinating was that in order to meet the demand of Valentine's Day, they know how long it takes each breed of rose to grow a stem, buds, and then the buds to flower. And they can count back 120 days. They will trim back the rose bushes 120 days before Valentine's Day, and they will watch them grow and flower, and then a few days before Valentine's Day, they'll start picking them when the flowers are just ready to open. And then they hear of thousands of bouquets of roses for Valentine's heading to Walmarts across the U.S. And all the Walmart employees have to do is open the box and put them out for sale. They already have Walmart's name on them, and they're already packaged. Just before Valentine's, there are about 36 cargo planes a night flying from Bogota to Miami to distribute roses across the U.S. And that is the main conduit for those roses that you give your sweetheart if you're an American and it's Valentine's Day.